Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to learn how to draft and make an Ankara peplum top. We are going to use the freehand method of drafting, and we are going to start by drafting the front bodice. So you fold the fabric, and then having the measurement, you measure from nape to waist, and for this blouse is about 18 inches nape to waist. So you'll indicate the shoulder line, the bust line, and the waistline. Those are very essential. From the shoulder line to the bust line is approximately 9 inches for an adult, and the shoulders are 16 inches. So you divide by 2 and then you add half an inch for seam allowance. Bust you divide by 4 and then you add an allowance of 1.5 inches. For the waist you divide by 4 and then you add 1 inch seam allowance and 1 inch dart. So you add 2 inches and then you join all those points. Curve the armhole nicely, both outwards and inwards. There we divide by 2 and then we get inside by half a centimeter. And then you lower the shoulder line by 1 inch. You make the neckline 3 inches by 4 inches and then you curve the neckline. To locate the dart, you minus 1 inch and then you divide by 2 and then you square up. You go down 2.5 inches and then you mark the dart, which is approximately 1 inch. Then you cut your fabric. To draft the bodice back, we normally fold the fabric right side facing, wrong side uppermost, and then we measure a zip allowance of about 1 inch or 1.5 inches. After that, we place the front bodice and then we mark the neckline, lowering it by 1.5 inches and then curving it. And then we use the pattern to cut around the bodice back. Then we separate the pieces. We are going to use a tetron lining for this garment, and for the lining we just use the patterns that you have already cut to cut around the lining fabric. To cut out the facings, we normally trace the neckline of the garment patterns, and then we mark all around the neckline by 2.5 to 3 inches. To cut out the peplum, we fold the fabric and then we draft, like the way we draft a circular skirt. You just make a circle and then you cut it out. To draft the sleeves, you fold the fabric right side facing, wrong side uppermost, and then you measure the sleeve length, adding a hem allowance of 1 inch. And then you drop down 4 inches and measure the bust measurement on that line that you have dropped. And then from that point, you join it to the beginning point with a slanting line. Then you measure the sleeve circumference and then you add a seam allowance, and then you join all those points together and shape the sleeve pattern. Attach the facing to the lining of the fabric as shown below. Mark and stitch the darts. Join the fabric and the lining starting from the neckline. And stitch the neckline to give it a good neck finish. Prepare the peplum by stitching it together with the lining. Snip the raw edges and then understitch. Stitch the sides of the peplum and then you press. Fit the peplum on the waist of the garment and make an inverted pleat at the center. Join the side seams taking into consideration the bust measurements and the waist measurements. Prepare the sleeve by joining it together with the lining. Attach the sleeve to the garment. Use a zipper foot to attach a hidden zipper. Note that it is always important to press the garment at the end of each section of sewing so that it can have a neat end finish.